A little dun, 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 dun. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, guys. All right. Hello. Son of a biscuit. It got too close to my hand. It was okay. Everything's okay. I didn't burn my desk again. I actually didn't really burn myself. So, welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. I gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention, guys. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I am weird and we all get a little woo woo. Okay, it's in the name. If it's not you, then by all means, I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful day. And if it is you, just a reminder, I cannot read for all 7 billion people on this planet. So we do not Cinderella this shit to make it fit. Good morning, Miss Ruby. Hey, Terry. I feel like there's going to be an increase in the right here, right now readings where like we're paying attention to what's happening at this very, very moment kind of thing. So there's some like a need to be in the present and like walking through something step by step. Because this is like I just did one like 2 days ago. All right. So I had doctor's appointments yesterday for a little one. So obviously that's why I didn't come on. It was like just too cumbersome at this point. All righty. Okay. All righty. So not really sure where we're going to go with this. I do feel like, okay, well, I can give you the energy of it. I don't know which direction it's going to go. So that's why I'm a little like, we'll see, right? It felt a little bit like somebody not demanding it, but commanding it. Like, not like this has to, like, this needs to happen. Like when you're trying to make an external energy, it's like, and it's almost like, because I feel like a little bit when you demand something, it's almost in the realm of a request. Like being fed up. But commanding it is, no, I do have the say so. No, I do have, like, I'm the ultimate be all end all in this situation. So I'm saying this. And I was like, okay. So it was feeling a little bit like, it was the energy of like this, like, and it felt very personal. So to me, it's not like spirit saying you need to do this. It's like, it feels like it's the person saying, no, this, like I am, it's like making that decision and just like, so mote it be. That's kind of energy. So mote it be. And so that's where that's what it feels like to me. Kind of like, I'm not asking, I'm not requesting. I'm not even like trying to exert to tell you what to do. Cause I feel like demand is almost like something you place upon somebody else or something else. This is more like so mote it be because I said it is so type of situation. I was like, okay. So that was the energy, that I was picking up on. Which is obviously somebody staying in their power and knowing that they get to that they have the power in a situation, which is a good thing. Feels like to me, doesn't feel toxic. Okay. Already lighting it up. There we go. Right here, right now. We've got, this is the, well, when I channel, my brain goes, I don't know words. What? Starman Tarot, for crying out loud. My brain was like, David Bowie. Because the dude, David DeAngelis, is the one that did the artwork for David Bowie. And I'm like, come on, brain, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. And now they're telling me right here, right now. So I feel like they're saying, it's like I'm not worrying about the past. I'm not worrying about the future. I'm saying in this moment. I feel like it's a, and I think that's why it's not like a request or a demand, because request or demand, it's kind of like, like it feels like it's something that needs to come. And this feels like a declaration, like, no, a command, like, no, it is so kind of thing. So I'm like, okay. All right. So where are we going with this? That's where it started. How's work going, Terry? Welcome, Miss Ruby. We usually have more people. They'll show up. Like, YouTube's not very good about sending out the announcement and everything else like that, but they usually show up. So let me see here. I will, on a positive note, the sun is out. You should see me this morning. I pulled up the weather app. I'm like, how long is this going to last? There's like, over the next 7 days, there's probably 2 days where it's partly cloudy, but the other days are supposed to be. Now, that's what they said like 2 weeks ago. And then I was like waiting. I was like, oh, next week's going to be so, and it was not. So we shall see. But I was having conversations with Spirit this morning. I'm like, you better give me my son. Like, not my son, obviously, but the sun. Because right now, holy crap. I'm about to throw fists at Spirit. It has been so horrible. I feel like somebody took the light bulb out of this matrix. It's been bad around here. Like, the gray sky is so dull. Oh my God. My son, my littlest one, is even kind of like, again, Mom. I'm like, I know. So like, we're just like pumping each other up with our being fed up with the weather. We got the Chariot. Well, it's awesome. I think I'm secured for another year at my job, and the pay's good, so I ain't complaining. Issue is that there are no cute guys around me, which is you gotta focus on work. I mean, I know that. Okay, I don't know why I just said something bad in my head. I was like, this is not okay, Terry. I was like, well, they might have some cute patients, and I'm like, professionalism. It's my bad. But at least I got dough to buy new clothes. Send me some. I want new clothes. Good God, I can't be fitting into this stuff. Although, on a positive note, I have lost a couple pounds. I'm just gonna say. I'm like, I'm on the damn. Like, for those who don't know, I have icy interstitial cystitis, and I can keep it in remission for a long time. But if something triggers it, it goes whoosh, and like it's like an autoimmune disease. It just triggers so much inflammation and bloat and all kinds of stuff. And it's to get yourself back out of a flare-up. Flare-ups can last anywhere from months to years if you're not careful, because like you really have to pay a lot of attention to your body and give it really what it needs and be very particular to get it back out of that. Any stress that comes into your life, and it's like, that's hard as hell. I'm just gonna say, your central nervous system is like, nope, gotta keep the fat, okay? So I'm in that phase right now. Miss Ruby, it was just sunny and hot. What? You're in a hot area? Let me tell you what, it's gonna reach like 52 around here. That'll be the high for the day. And I'm like, I've been saying, I was like, so I'm like midline in the United States. So there's crazy shit happening north and stupid crazy shit happening south of us. And of course, we are the center point where it all goes whoosh. And so it's been like Seattle. It has been nonstop fucking rain since November. Like so much. That I can't even go for a hike. I'll bundle up. Let me go for a hike. But I will sink into the fucking mud and get stuck if I do. It's that bad. And you've seen it in other places. Like, there's major flooding that's been happening. And so it's like the ground just can't keep up. It's just, I'm like, could the North and the South quit being stupid? Because your all's problems are making their way, both of them, into my backyard, and it needs to stop. I need warm weather. This is like, tomorrow's Groundhog's Day, and me and my littlest one is 7. Okay, so we have these conversations, and he's like, "Do you think the groundhog is going to see its shadow?" I was like, "It fucking better not. It better not." And he's like, "I'm so ready for spring, aren't you?" Like, we just do this thing, so we're hyping each other up. By the way, we're starting with, hey Kelsey, with the Chariot card. Chariot, okay, we're gonna go over this. They're like, remind you, Chariot is about things being in alignment. When things are in alignment, shit can fucking happen, okay? If your 2 horses, 2 sphinxes, 2 whatevers are trying to go in opposite directions, If they're not on the same page, your masculine and your feminine, your human and your etheric self, higher self, whatever you want to call it, you and somebody else, like if shit's not on board and everybody's on the same fucking page, you're not going nowhere. In fact, it's going to feel like a struggle. You're going to feel like you're being torn. It's that 5 of Wands type of energy, right? So when shit finally goes, okay, you have a singular focus, you're in alignment with whatever you need to be in alignment with, you become Rhino spirit. Remember, nothing stands in its way. Because if you think the Rhino is going to stop, be my guest. Go ahead and try. Let's see. Stay right there. And the Rhino will bust through any fucking obstacle. It's not, they're giving me, the Rhino is not afraid of anything that's standing in its path. It doesn't stop and think and wonder and contemplate, oh, should I or shouldn't I? That's where the command is. It's made up its fucking mind. So mote it be. Chariot. So mote it be. Okay? Meaning, and so it is. There's no contemplating. There's no thinking about it. There's no going, oh, but no, it is. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. We got lots of pentacles here, okay? So this is a very tangible, it's a choice in your life. It's a direction. It is this is what's going to happen. So we have the Page of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Might have been there, or there will be, or you have been. No, because you've already made the decision. So it's like there may have been a bit of mental gymnastics that was done around a decision, or maybe you've waffled before, maybe you felt like you had to argue for it. So honest to God, if you feel like you've got to debate somebody or argue with somebody about something, then you do not have the power in the situation. You need to take the power back. Okay. 5 of Swords. Then we have the 4 of Pentacles. It was this debate that left you in a little bit of the debate was about whether to or not. So the 4 of Pentacles is kind of like being too frivolous, too it's like either too cautious or too gung-ho, like like going a little overboard there. Maybe you should rein it back a little bit. And so there's this tug of war, right? And so you may have been swinging like the pendulum between things. Trying to decide how to direct your energy, just how much to put into something, that kind of stuff. So that's where the 5 of Swords is. Do I or do I not? The epitome of the 4 of Pentacles. And so sometimes that's what leads, like in Rider Waite, when they call her the miserly one, because it's like she just holds on to something so much as is, because she can't, like, she just can't bring herself to take action on something or to invest in something. She's afraid to go any further, right? The Pentacle is ace to the 10, right? And then what do we end up at? 10 of Pentacles. So obviously you have chosen, what you have done is you have chosen gung-ho, Rhino spirit. This is it. Nothing standing in my way. So fucking mote it be. I'm not asking for permission. I'm not asking for your help. I'm not demanding you do something. I'm saying this is what's happening. And there's like an energy within you where you're like, and that's that. Like the inner dialogue switched off. And really, the decision and the gung-ho-ness and being in enlightenment, in enlightenment, that's not what I meant to say, but that came out. That might be for somebody. I don't know. Being in alignment is you made a decision about a path that you want to take to get to your 10 of Pentacles. You're like, this is long-term type of plans. This is this isn't like a quick fix to something. This is, you know what? I choose to live life like this. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So whatever I have to do to make that happen, that's happening. You're not waffling between, is it even possible? And am I just being stupid for it? And well, maybe this isn't the way or that. It's like, it was like, damn the details. Like the rhino running down and he sees shit. Damn the details. I'm making the decision. Do not stand in the way of that stampede. And it's surrounding this mental back and forth. I don't know. Am I in? Am I out? Am I blah, 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 blah? Like, do I want to invest? Do I not? Like, there's this weird, like, yes or no kind of feeling. That's what you did. You made a decision about starting. Like, it's like initiating a path to the 10 of Pentacles. This is security. This is material and emotional happiness. This is something that benefits you and others. So your 10 of Pentacles is everything being taken care of and being able to build your future as a result. Okay, so motive B. Because I fucking said so. 9 of Cups, the Moon, and the World. Nine of Cups absolutely feels like something that you've really truly desired, that you really want. And you may be making this decision going, I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know what it's going to do. But it's almost like, you know, like sometimes you don't make the decision because you don't know the next 100 steps, or you don't see how to execute something. You're like, I don't fucking care. It is happening, kind of thing. Because this feels like things being revealed, or kind of like there's a sequence to it, right? From the new moon to the full moon, and things coming into full view until it's completely here, right? But you don't necessarily have a purview of that right away. And it's about, I mean, this is exactly what you want. World card is almost like that wish fulfillment. It is the end of one cycle, moving into the next. It is the opportunities, the expansiveness, things being at your disposal, right? I want to know about the moon card then. I think that's where we're going with this. Let's talk about that. It's almost like it happens in not stages. It's almost like a steady progression. There's something like boop, 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 boop kind of thing. Now, remember, when you do this, when you claim this, there's only very few days, okay? But when you very first, like the new moon, that's what they're showing me, when you first claim this, is not necessarily immediately after that you see progress, but it's like within such an exceptional, like within 2 days, you'll see the sliver. So it's almost as if it's like you will begin seeing the fruits of this decision almost immediately, but not exactly immediately. Does that make sense? So like if you're like in 24 hours, it's not doing what I thought, like don't panic, okay? But it won't be very long. It's almost because let's put it this way. From the new moon to the full moon, you've got like 90 or 85% of the time where there's something coming in, things are developing, right? It's so of the process, a very minute sliver of time do you not have anything happening. Make sense? It's almost as if it's like whatever it is grounds in and then pops off. But we'll see. We're going to get some information. New era elements. Oh my God. I'm hoping for early spring, Ruby. I know that it's like, oh, the world is ending with, I believe in global warming. I'm not trying to, but I'm almost like, well, then can I make the most of it and go ahead and like start getting some really good weather? Like I love walking. Like I'm the kind of person, I go for a walk like 3 miles every morning. Like that would help my whole situation a lot. Like, and I can't because it's fucking freezing or wet and soggy. And I'm like, I am just so ready. Like I know technically I should let the world, the earth, this area have a full winter, but I'm like, can we just not? I kind of find like we skipped winter because we're just in spring. Because usually spring is when we get a lot of showers around here and tornadoes. And we just, we had like 1 week, like winter was 1 week. And it was like all across the country. Everybody had ice and we're frozen and we're immobile. And then it's like return to spring. You know what I mean? And I'm like, can we just, I'd be okay. I remember when my son was first born, him being like 6 months old. And that year, that February, which 7-year cycle, guys. So I'm kind of feeling like that year was kind of like warm enough for us to start our garden in February. So we started tilling up the ground, putting in the compost, getting things ready. And we had shit planted, or not everything, but are you kidding me? They're giving me your intuition will lead the way. Like your intuition is going to know. Like it's almost as if it's like you're just going to know. You're just going to know. So between the 9 of Cups and the World card, you're just going to know how to get that. Because to me, the World card is your 9 of Cups. It is exactly what you fucking desire. It's the pinnacle of this process, of this journey so far. It's like, fuck yes, I'm going to get that. I mean, I have the Moon card, clarifying the Moon card, right? You want to be more specific? Be great. Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles again. I swear, Page of Pentacles again. Are we just gonna pull the same card? Okay. And look at this. Remember, I said after a new moon, a sliver. I know that's a little bit more than a sliver, but whatever. Okay, like a sliver shows itself. So you have to choose something. They're repeating it. Page of Pentacles is judgment, answering the call, making the choice, feeling pulled to something and choosing it. So it's almost like the Moon card is following the breadcrumbs. Every time you're like something within you goes, nope, that one. Okay, and then this one, and then this one. It's like boop, 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 right? But I also get the feeling like the Page of Pentacles is something that you have to choose, you have to accept. And as soon as you accept it, an immediate change. We've got the Defeat card. Immediately a change, because that's Wheel of Fortune with it. Immediate change. It will begin to reveal itself. It was just the decision. Make sure decisions are, that intuition is at the helm of it. I don't know why, but this Strength card usually it's got 2 lions on it. It's got a cub, right? And they're focusing on the cub, like the idea that I feel like somebody's inner child is in the mix of this, like is being included, because I'm picturing the larger lion being the, and it's like nothing could speak up because that that inner beast kept roaring. So you can't hear the cub. This fucker was a lot louder, but somehow in the peace in the rest of this, like he's quiet, and so this one gets to take a forefront, gets to come to the front. I feel like there was something within you that was like, and it stopped your inner child. So you've conquered something within yourself. And that might be why you're like, look, no, so would it be. Like you're taking, I feel like it's not even like I'm going to take my power back, but it's like, no, I'm just standing in my fucking power. Standing on business, like they say anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, between the world and this one, the idea of something coming to a pinnacle, it's the energy of something waffled so much that when you finally made a decision, it's almost like, you know, the energy of I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, so to speak. And that's where the command comes back. You commanded something. You took command back. This obviously is a rebirth because you got 3 cards that I would consider. And I know the world's traditionally not necessarily that, but it is. It's the complete ending of a cycle and going back to the Fool. It wraps something up. It's almost like a very large stage in your life. You know, let's say it's a trilogy in a book series. You finished one book. Now you're starting something else. You close that book, you open up the other one, right? World goes to the Fool. Then we have the Judgment, which is about resurrection. Then we have the Death card, which is the ending, the complete, utter ending of one thing, which is the lack of alignment, right? The lack of movement, and the resurrection. Why are we painting it like this? The Hanged Man, the Universe, and very quickly, did you choose a different way of maneuvering? You chose, like, given that it's the Page of Pentacles, this is a new way, a new path in life. This is a new, you may have chosen a different way of going about something. The Hanged Man intentionally changes how they see something, intentionally flips the script, intentionally changes their lens. So either this is mentioning like you're approaching this in a completely different manner, which that does feel like with the Chariot. And that is the reason why, again, it is very quickly the 8 of Wands with, again, the Universe card here is the World card. This, the Phoenix will rise very fast. Like it, all it does is wait for the embers and to stop burning, to stop smoldering. Thank you. I was looking for the word. They threw a couple out. No, that's not it. Smoldering, you know, like when a fire finally stops smoldering, then the Phoenix can rise. I got to be honest with you. And again, that's really what the Right Here, Right Now card is, or a reading card, is it's generally right here, right now is because like it's the most immediate future. And I always take it as like 24 to 72 hours type of situation. Right here, right now. Somebody has made a decision, and it's almost as if it's almost immediately that you see a change because of that decision. You're choosing to approach life, this next chapter, this Page of Pentacles, differently. I just heard, oh, fuck it, why not? Why not? Change this one. I want some details. So as a result, I just feel like, you know how like sometimes you can, this is the best thing I can liken it to. I will sit there and ask my children, I got 3. Oldest is 20, youngest is 7, okay? I've got 3 children. I will sit there and be like, could you please, blah, 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 blah. Would you all please, da, 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 da. I'd be fucking asking and asking and asking. And we all know code, okay? If mama asks, it's not really a request. And I feel like somebody was asking and pleading and somebody was like, clean the bathroom now. shit, they jump the fuck up and they go. You see the lack of command in that? Could you please, I really need you all to, can you da-da-da? And I don't know if somebody was asking spirit this, the universe, source, like, okay, I could really use, no. This needs to show up right now because this is what I'm going to do. Fucking point blank, period, fucking period. And it doesn't feel like there's not an aggressiveness with it. It's no longer taking the approach of could you, there would be, boo. It's like, no, this is what's happening. It's that energy. Okay. We're going to choose a little bit of Lenormand. And this is very fast. It's very fast. In fact, I always tell people think Chariot means fast. It can have the appearance of speed, but the major arcana is not about details. It's about the overall energy. So it's the intention, the force, the driving energy behind something. And so that's why it's considered more of like an overall broad brush of something, right? So I kind of like, I don't necessarily give speed to the Chariot. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Because it can just feel like a stark contrast because nothing happening because you're out of alignment. And then once it is, you're suddenly moving. So when you have been stagnant for so long and you suddenly have movement, it'll feel like shit's going fast when you're probably just at a very safe speed. You're riding a bike. It's all good. And here's the other thing. Rhinos are not like exceptionally fast. I mean, they can be fast, but like obviously cheetahs and all kinds of other shit is way fast. I feel like a horse is faster than a fucking rhino, but don't not nobody stand in front of a fucking rhino. I think some of these dumbasses play chicken with them because they're like, oh, you know. And it's like, do you know how much weight, the energy behind something, when the energy behind something is right, immediately, right? Okay, 8 of Wands. I usually say this. Now, this is a different deck, but I always kind of refer to like Rider-Waite, some of the more traditional ones. 8 of Wands traditionally is usually one of the only cards in the tarot deck that doesn't have a person, which means it is completely and utterly spirit-led, as opposed to the other fast, minor arcana is the details. The 2 fastest cards, Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands, not the fucking swords. A wand, a stick, moves faster through the air than a sword. Swords might be a little bit more of an irrevocable change, a little bit more of a permanent kind of, you know what I mean? But a wand is way more faster. And so Knight of Wands is when you do something and it is your choice. There's a person behind it, right? It is acting without overthinking. It is guttural instinct movement, night and day type of situation, more likened to you making that decision. But the 8 of Swords or the 8 of Wands in traditional tarot, it's all spirit-led. There's nothing driving those wands. They're all in perfect alignment, all of them heading to the exact same spot. They're all completely parallel to one another, not crossing each other. So there's no 5 of Wands energy where all desires align to one space. And they move so swiftly because they're being led by spirit. Spirit can move faster than you can, right? So that's where it feels like this is kind of like, because you quit asking, you quit requesting, you quit directing. You just said this. And so the level of swiftness is because of spirit in a way. You're in alignment with something. I thought one flipped. I was looking to see if I had one that was flipped. I was like, why is it flipped? This is really beneficial. the bouquet, the luck card, the I'm going to paint the entire reading really good. Like there's going to be an improvement. This is always money for me. Or always like, it could be work related, but it's like abundance. Like, I don't know where else, and I'm saying like. And somebody's going to be in the spotlight. The fucking moon showing up again. It's like everything's going to come into full alignment now. Everything's going to come into full view. But the moon card in this one is all about like some spotlight being lit on you, you having particular attention, like being the star of a situation. Like you'd think the star card would be it in Lenormand, but actually the moon card has some sense of like you elevating in a status and like all eyes on you. So it's always considered like the fame card or the things, like you being in favor at this time. What's this got to do with? This is going to require, okay, this is definitely long term. This new beginning, okay, this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is going to take you down a direction that is going to bring lasting abundance, lasting favor, they just said, in your life. Like this down, you won't ever be this down again. This place. Because we have the ring with, well, the tree is well rooted. Like this is something that is going to have a lot of growth, because it's the idea of, I also liken it to the tower, like when you have a good foundation, then the tower won't crumble. But if like the bare bones of a foundation isn't well, then it's going to. And I feel like this is the right energy, and that this is the right choice. And it has obviously commitment to it, right? It's going to take a lot. Like hurricane level winds to uproot a fucking tree like this. It has staying power. So do we want to talk about what it is? Or I feel like it brings stability within your life. I don't think that you're going to operate in the Four of Pentacles anymore in regards to can I or can't I? Should I or shouldn't I? I think you're going to move from feeling like, kind of thing, to having the freedom, the World card, to make decisions and moves that appease you. Nine of Cups, right? The choice now isn't going to be can I or can't I? It's going to be, do I want to or do I not want to? What feels good? Is this how it feels? Like it's answering the desires within, which is different than can I or can't I? Somebody made a decision, and I don't know why. For somebody, not everybody is aware of what you've proclaimed, like what you've chosen, what you're doing. Some event might have been on hold for you until, so the way that it's coming through is like, I see somebody, I'm not sure. And then they just choose, they command it. This is what I want. And then all of a sudden events around you just start happening as a result. That's that swiftness, like boop, 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 you know what I mean? You're in the right lens, the right paradigm, you're seeing something in the right way. And I feel like Spirit's like quick to act as a result. Like Spirit, I swear it feels like Spirit's like, any minute now. She said, yes, go. It's like that. It's like, boo. Like Spirit's like, now before the bitch changes her mind. Like they've been waiting for you to. And the thing is, when you make this kind of thing, when something's in alignment, much like the Knight of Pentacles, or I always say that integrity. Words, actions, and energy all match. You may have been saying the words, you may have been going through the motions, but something clicked with your energy. And they're like, oh, she means it. She's standing on business. I don't know why I'm saying she. Probably because I'm a she. I don't know. So it's kind of like, but here's the other thing. I know sometimes it can be scary because it's like, sometimes we say we want something and we were standing on business and we had no fucking clue. We were dumb. We didn't know how that was going to pan out. We were like, okay. And so, when we find out later, like, oh shit. I chose that with my whole chest. You know what I'm saying? And then that sucked. Like, shit. This doesn't feel that way. 9 of Cups, world 3 times. Guys, that's not this. 9 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. I'm just saying. 10 of Pentacles. I just heard you chose right. All right. You chose right. Like I spirit waiting. Just fucking waiting. And that's why it's so fast. That's why things can clear so quickly. This will have staying power. Oh, and I meant to show you this. It's this new choice. Like this new beginning, this new trajectory in life. Like you made a choice that almost ensures. It's more like a command. When I say a choice, I mean it's like when you finally switched and you're like this. It was no longer a question. It was no longer a demand. Like because a demand is almost like trying to force somebody to do something. You better, you know what I mean? It was more like no. Those are two opposites. Could you? And it's like, wow, it's a this. Like there's just a standing on business kind of situation, right? And it wasn't out of aggression. It wasn't out of force. It wasn't out of vengeance. It wasn't out of like desperation to control something. So you better do it. You know what I mean? It wasn't out of a like, but I deserve it. So you better. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was just a, And now the new phase can begin. You can go from the new moon to the full moon. But these two are related to this new beginning. Like this new beginning has this element to it. Eek! You're going to get well rooted and you're going to grow and it's going to keep growing. Oh shit, wrong one. And keep growing. And it's going to have lasting power. There's a level of commitment that this will have in your life. Vast vistas, expand your horizons, and open your heart to joy, that 9 of Cups. I didn't mean to do that, but that happened. Traveling lightly, you're going to simplify your life. I feel like without the should I or shouldn't I, without the competing thoughts and the 5 of Swords, it's like things are so much simpler. They're so much more clear. There's not as much vying for your energy, so you're not being split like the Chariot. Things are just this. So you're traveling lightly. You're not taking all that shit with you. World card, you're ending out that cycle. It's done. You said this. Love flows through you, which is the voyage of the heart. So you are allowing that to, remember I said you're going from, I told you, you're going from should I or shouldn't I to do I want to or do I not? Like, do I feel this or does it feel good to me? A breakthrough is at hand. I think this is where you were, the new moon impasse, because it literally says reflect and redirect your energy. I think that's what happened. I think they're saying right here, right now, this day, you've chosen something different. You just claimed it. You just did. Or you're going to today. And as a result, you may not see in this very moment just yet, but almost immediately shit happens. And it will be visible. It will be visible and everything will come because, you know, first we can't see nothing. Then we see more of it, and it's full glory. So don't worry, you will. It won't be long till you can see with your own fucking eyes just what that did. And remember, because there's a progression, it isn't like, oh, this is the stopping point. This is the beginning point. This is the Page of Pentacles. You are at the Page of Pentacles for your 10 of Pentacles. You are on the right path, the right trajectory. Somebody just handed that pentacle to you and you grabbed it. Metaphorically, somebody may not have actually did that, you know. And so you're taking it. You're like, okay, yes. Like I it's the only way I know how to say it. And it's funny because I was reading, remember when I did the reading just a couple days ago, and I said, there's something about February. They're saying February to me. And today's February 1st. So just as a reminder, if you are wanting a reading, you can request one on my website. Prices are listed on the website, but the way that you do it, you don't purchase it up front. You send me information on what you're looking for, and we go back and forth. Not always, but you know, if I have questions about something, want clarity, or if I'm like, I'm not really sure. I have actually turned away some readings where I'm like, this is something you already know. You know what I mean? Like I have done that on a couple of times because sometimes I'm not taking your money just to take your money, guys. Okay. Although I've been directed to do that at times. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And I'm not kidding you. People are like, well, just, you know, so you can make money. I'm like, I'm not gonna, no. So I have it set up the way it is for that purpose and to make sure it's a good fit. And that's exactly what you need. So it's on there if you want to, and I'm still going for a little bit longer on the 2024 readings because those are taking forever. I've yet to have one that was under an hour and a half. I'm just going to be honest with you. And so those are kind of like classified separate, but whatever. So if you want that, go ahead and go to the website and let me know. Why do I feel like there's something more? Oh, Terry, I love that. Well, I won't tell as long as you're good and you take care of people. Okay, keep healing out there. And Ruby, I live in Kentucky, and it's just as psychotic. Okay, I'm going with psychotic. It is psychotic around here. We are now Tornado Alley. I'm just saying we are now Tornado Alley. It used to be a little bit more left of us when you're looking at the map. Not anymore. Us, Tennessee, tippy top of Arkansas. Like when I tell you the number, we've been having tornadoes in December for the last 5 years. Like exceptional damaging wind. Like, oh my God, duh. I don't like it anymore. I guess I go somewhere else. I got to go somewhere. I never really liked it, but I'm just saying. At least I could rely on the fucking weather. Not anymore. So, all right, guys. I hope you had a fantastic. Oh, no. I hope the message finds who it's for and that you have a fantastic, fantastic and wonderful day. And I will see you guys later this week. Okay.